How's everybody doing today? I'm coming online to speak about the Tyson Fury situation. I read in the news and I heard from a friend of mine that Tyson Fury Anthony Joshua is being postponed or scratched for the moment because apparently Deontay Wilder filed a lawsuit forcing the contractual rematch clause that he had with Tyson Fury, and he wants to do it now. Well, it is what it is. That being the case, if that's what he wants to enforce, then it sounds like, going by a judge in the court of law, that it's going to go that way. I wouldn't personally recommend that right now if I was Fury's camp. Or, I mean, no, not Fury, but Wilder. Wilder needs a tune-up, and he needs to work on a few specifics, which I believe he is. I've seen him. I've seen some video of him training with Malik Scott, working on his feints, setting up his power shots with feints, head movement, and changing the range a little bit. He's getting some boxing fundamentals down, which will help him. But until you do it in a fight, it's not a part of you yet, I'll say. I would definitely take a tune-up if I was the Wilder camp. I'd be looking for him to use those traits that could help him in a Fury fight. Now, I don't think he could beat a Fury, to be honest with you, because Fury's, first of all, a little bit bigger, and his ring IQ is just on another level. You know, he's very comfortable with his jab. He's comfortable behind that jab. He's comfortable with his head movement, his feints, and his setup. I mean, and people are going to talk this big power punch about Wilder, but anybody in the boxing game knows that power by itself is not going to get it done. Okay, even Mike Tyson, power was a big trait of his, but Mike Tyson lived behind his jab. Mike Tyson set his shots up by closing that range real quick. He had very fast feet, especially for heavyweight. Real fast feet. He feinted and he threw punches and bunches to where he would maybe miss 2 or 3 shots, but the 2 that he landed, or the one that he landed, would flatten the guy because he would blind guys with other shots. And I'm saying that to say that you have to get comfortable in your style in order for it to be effective, especially at championship level. They're looking for Deontay Wilder to go in there, change who he is as a fighter in a lot of ways. And once he starts getting hit and if he starts falling behind, he's going to resort back to who he is. He's a power puncher who overwhelms guys with his strength and his athletic ability. He's not a jab setup guy. He's not a feint guy. I mean, you can work on those things, but it takes time to really implement them in a fight. It's not going to happen right away. So I would definitely take a tune-up if I were them. I'm honestly, if they make that fight right now, I'm looking for Fury to stop him again, probably early to mid rounds, only because he's going to hit Fury, he's going to hit Wilder almost at will, kind of like he did last time. I mean, he really demonstrated last time that he's in a different class than Wilder is, technically, anyway. Now, the first fight was a little bit different. Fury won most of the rounds, and he got caught a couple times and went down, and then he did the old rise from the dead where he got up and looked like he came out of a grave and finished the fight. But guys like him have the mind to to adapt to a fighter. And I experienced that a lot, especially when I boxed with some seasoned pros when I was fighting. A good pro he has a way, his mind is so experienced to where he's going to figure you out. If you box a guy once, like I would get on guys a lot the first time or first couple of times I sparred with him, and then it would come to, if I spent a lot of time with the fighter and he was a good pro, and I boxed with a lot of good pros, he would start figuring me out, because of his experience and his ability to attack in different ways and defend in different ways, in which I was a jab guy, and I just tried to stay behind my jab, feint, set up, and open up in combinations. Back then. Now, of course, I've grown since then. I've definitely developed a lot, but I'm not even fighting anymore. But the point being, it takes time to develop those traits, and a guy who has a better boxing IQ is going to get better the more you fight. I mean, a perfect example is Pacquiao versus Marquez. The more they fight, the better Marquez did, because he knew what Pacquiao was going to do, and he knew how to offset it. Now, knowing how to do something and actually being able to do it are two different things, yes. But when you're that seasoned and you're that good, eventually you're going to figure the guy out. And Marquez did figure him out, and he knocked him out the last time they fought. I think if Fury fights Wilder, it's going to be similar to that. It's going to be real similar to how easily, when, Marquez did have trouble in that last fight. It was a close last fight, but he dropped him early, and he was able to bait him into a right hand. Look for Fury to be baiting Wilder into a lot of shots in this fight, and probably stopping him early to mid rounds. People are going to be mad about me saying that, because I know, we've got the American versus the European. It's a rivalry there. But I got to tell the truth. I mean, I'm telling it like it is. I would take a tune-up fight, maybe 2 tune-up fights. You're not ready for a fight like that at this point, Wilder. But, the money's there. I get it. You got to make the money. Hopefully they get Anthony Joshua in the mix sooner than later, because heavyweight fans have been waiting for him to get tested a little bit. He beat Klitschko, got to give him that, but, there were some question marks in that fight, and we want to see what he does under fire with the top champion that's, in his prime, more so. So hopefully we get to see that sooner than later. That's my take. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I think Fury's on another level right now. I don't think there's a heavyweight out there that could beat Fury right now. He's proven himself time and time again that he is that good, and he is an incredible fighter that is on another level right now. He just is. Good luck, heavyweights. Please comment on my videos. Share my videos. Whatever you can do, hope you join in. This is Chris Wersing with Hands Up, Chin Down. Hands Up, Chin Down. Take care, everybody. Thank you.